India has just received its second GE404 engine from the United States for the LCA Tejas Mk-1A, with 12 more arriving by March 2026. This delivery, managed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited (HAL), is a critical step in powering India's indigenous fighter fleet. With 83 Tejas Mk-1A jets already ordered and 97 more proposed, the engine isn't just a component, it's the heart of India's next-generation Air Force. But there's a deeper question behind the shiny new hardware. Can the US truly be trusted when it comes to something as vital as fighter jet engines? Because an aircraft without an engine is just a shell. And in today's world, power is not just about what you can build, but what you can keep running during a crisis. The US has offered India access to GE's engine tech under a deal that claims 80% technology transfer. That sounds generous, but behind that number lies a catch. The core intellectual property, the advanced metallurgy, turbine design, and proprietary software still remains in American hands. India will assemble, test, and perhaps even manufacture some parts at home, but it won't control the most critical know-how. In effect, we can build, but only as long as the US allows us to. And that's where the unease begins. Washington has a history of transactional diplomacy, from supporting India's adversaries during past wars to imposing sanctions after the Pokhran nuclear tests. America's reliability has always had a political cost. Recently, even in peacetime, engine deliveries for the Tejas faced an 18-month delay due to US supply chain issues. That wasn't during conflict, that was business as usual. So what happens if tensions rise, say over foreign policy differences, or over India buying weapons from Russia, or refusing to align with US interests? Could engine support be quietly cut off? Could spare parts be delayed or blocked altogether? These are not theoretical worries. They are very real risks in a world where technology is increasingly weaponized. And the engine is not something you can replace overnight. Each fighter is engineered around a specific engine model. Its thrust, weight, cooling, fuel system, and electronics are all interlinked. Swapping it for another would require years of redesign and retesting. Other countries have taken different paths. The US powers its FA-18 with the GE F414, an evolution of the same family of engines now being offered to India for the Tejas Mk-2. These are high-performance machines built with decades of R&D and billion-dollar budgets. Russia's AL-31FP engine for the Su-30 Mki is rugged, but heavy, and not suitable for lighter jets. China, meanwhile, is trying to cut foreign dependence entirely by building its own WS-10 engines, even if they lag in reliability. India's own effort, the Kaveri engine, was supposed to break this dependency. Launched with high hopes, it ultimately fell short, suffering from design issues, low thrust, and turbine failures. Experts say that a second attempt, with sustained investment and global partnerships, could still be India's ticket to engine independence. But it won't happen overnight. So for now, the Tejas Mk-1A flies on American engines. And while the current deal is a practical solution to keep the jets rolling off the line, it leaves India in a bind. The Air Force may have aircrafts, but not the power to keep them operational without foreign support. This is why some within India's defense ecosystem are calling for a parallel push. Absorb what we can from the GE deal, but rapidly invest in indigenous alternatives, even if they take time. Diversifying suppliers, be it Europe or a fresh homegrown project, could also reduce the risk of being held hostage to politics. Because at the end of the day, a fighter jet must do more than just take off. It must be ready to fly when it matters most. And that raises the uncomfortable question, in a moment of crisis, can we trust a foreign friend to keep our engines running?